Hi Shell Point, I am here in the Island Park with our resident John Rankin here, and we are talking about a fishing club meeting that's taking place in May. Did you know that Shell Point has its very own fishing club? Well, we're here to learn about an exciting meeting and event that they're having May 2nd. Well, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
So what is this all about? What is this last meeting? And you say that there's a special guest arriving. Can you tell our residents about that?
Yeah, actually our last meeting is May 2nd at 1:30 at the Social Center on the island. But it's mainly for another reason, not so much for our fishing club. We found out that here at Shell Point we have a resident tarpon here on the property. And if you come out to the meeting, we can find out together where that resident tarpon is. Okay. But there's a lot of tarpon in this whole area here, so mainly we wanted to have this as an educational meeting for all of the residents of Shell Point to let them know about the tarpon in general, the history of the tarpon. Actually, Southwest Florida, Fort Myers in particular, was really founded around the tarpon.
That's right.
They got kind of discovered here in the 20s and 30s, and then there was an exodus from the towns up north, and they came down here, and there was hotels and restaurants and a whole industry that popped up and actually put Fort Myers on the map.
That's right. Hence the fact Tarpon Point, Tarpon Springs, Tarpon Season. So some of them may realize that we're talking about a fish, but some residents may have never seen a tarpon before, so this is their opportunity to learn more.
Yeah, and we're fortunate enough to have two very knowledgeable people, Joe Ellen Wilson from the Bonefish and Tarpon Trust and Nancy Sheridan from FWC, Florida Wildlife Commission, are going to be here, and I think they're probably two of the most knowledgeable people on the planet when it comes to tarpon. So history, biology, life cycles. Jo Ellen in particular spends a lot of her time wading in ankle-deep little streams all around here because the tarpon actually grow up there. And then they find their way to the Gulf and to a lot of other areas. It's amazing where they'll end up. As a matter of fact, the one that's on our property is in a landlocked body of water, and no one really knows how that tarpon got here. We've got some ideas of how that happens, but no one really knows for sure.
That's right, it's a mystery.
It is, it's a mystery, yes. A lot of folklore, a lot of myths, and a lot of reality about tarpons that people, it's really interesting when you start looking at them. Most people are, like into dogs and butterflies and birds in Florida, but the tarpon seems to be a little bit mysterious and unique.
Okay, now tell everybody, remind us when this is. May 2nd?
Thursday, May 2nd at 1:30 in the afternoon at the Social Center. We actually expect a big turnout, so we moved the venue to the Social Center.
Absolutely.
As opposed to our regular meeting location, which was at the Cove.
Okay, well, fantastic. Thank you for sharing that information. And for all of our residents, you are invited to come on out to hear this presentation about tarpon. It is the Fishing Club's last meeting, but you do not have to be a part of the Fishing Club to join, and you'll want to come and maybe meet some new friends and your neighbors and just learn more about the Fishing Club.
And free handouts. We have some beautiful free handouts that we're going to show you here on this video.
Absolutely. So please join us at the Fishing Club's presentation May 2nd. Don't forget, it's in the Social Center in Staywell, Shell Point.